In today's episode, we face Crystal Palace in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Reward a place in the quarterfinals. But with 3 defeats in our last 3 games, victory is anything but guaranteed. Well, before we can get into that game, obviously we've got to have a look at what's been going on. So since we left you in the last episode, where we played Arsenal, and we were beaten. We've then gone and got beaten by Fulham and Liverpool, and we've just not been showing up at the races, to be fair. We're currently sitting in 7th in the league, so still by far exceeding any expectations that we had, the board had, or whatever for this season. So yeah, we're still doing really well. However, 3 defeats on the bounce is really going to start having a knock-on effect with morale for the players. Saying that, if we have a look at our dynamics, the team cohesions, I mean, I've actually really been struggling to get that high this season. Club atmosphere and support is still good. Today is an important game. We win against Crystal Palace and we're through to the quarterfinals. And if you remember me saying that was my hopes, that we at least make it to the quarterfinals. You know, we're 7th in the Premier League. In the cup competitions, we need to be acting like it. Let's just not talk about Carabao Cup because, yeah. But yeah, quarterfinals in the FA Cup, I will be happy with that, even if we go out at that point. But at least gives us a place in the last 8, sorry. So yeah, we're going to hopefully turn things around today and get a victory against Crystal Palace. And then we're going to move on to, we're not going to play the immediate next game against Sunderland. I will play some games off camera and then we'll get another game in the league, or depending if we go through to the next round of the FA Cup, how far that is away. We might be in for that. So I'm going to get the team together and I will see you there. So Crystal Palace are currently sitting in 8th in the Championship. So as you might well know as well, you know, they shouldn't be taken lightly. They've got through to this round as well on merit. So, you know, we've got to be able to turn up and do a job today. We've also got a few injuries to contend with. Kopic, who I've been using as our cup goalkeeper, he's injured at the moment. So, in a way, I'm kind of secretly kind of grateful for that because he hasn't filled me with loads of confidence. And Goncalves is by far and large our best goalkeeper. So it might be a case that I just carry on. If we make it past here, I might carry on with Goncalves in goal. Hate to do the dirty on Kopic, but he hasn't filled me with loads and loads of confidence so far, though he has helped us get to this point, obviously. Harrison Parker is out through suspension. Yoshi is out through injury. And Aos is out through injury as well. Isidro is kind of available to select, but I'm not going to be starting with him. I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk him going out for a long period of time, coming back too quickly. So, with that in mind, Goncalves is in goal, obviously. Alan is at right back. Petrovic and Duarte in central defence. We have got Aaron Ritchie pushing out onto left back. He can play in that position. Doesn't play there very often. Hopefully he can just do a solid defensive duty in that role. Glenn Tiernan sitting just in front of them. Nico Warfield on the right midfield. Tisserand on the left. And and then I've got Maxwell and Gosselink in the attacking midfield roles, with Herrera leading the line up front. So we've got some goal scorers in the team. 3 for Herrera, 3 for Gosling, 3 for Maxwell, 4 for Tisserand, 2 for Nico, 2 for Tiernan, and Richie's even chipped in with 1 as well. So yeah, we've got some goal scoring ability in there. And I just hope we can do a job today. The bench consists of Munoz, Salaberry, Jordan Day, Jonathan Nord, Isidro, Sareva, Valagra, Bertelli, and Henry Hognan. Still want to call him Hogan. Hognan. So let's get them plugged in for today. Everyone seems happy enough with the team sheet and the tactics. Yeah, with our current or recent form, from the last 3 games, yeah, you know, when just things haven't quite been going your way, there's always a temptation to, you kind of get an itchy trigger finger to switch up the tactics, and you know, right, I've got to change things up, try something new. And yeah, I've been having to fight with the urge to try and play a 2-striker formation. I will eventually, but I'm just trying to hold steady. We've got to where we've got 7th in the league, with the formation we've been playing. So it's not the case that it's not working for us. I think we've just had a bad run of games. You know, we performed against City, we got hammered by Arsenal. We just didn't turn up against Fulham, and Liverpool absolutely outclassed us as well. And so they should really, you know, for a team that's still spending the lowest in the league and half of what the next lowest team is spending on wages, we're still massively outperforming anything any normal sane person should be expecting from this team. So yeah, whether it's just the team we put together or the formation, I don't know, whatever it is, it's working to a certain extent. Will I need to change things if it carries on not working? Yes, probably. And we've got some, you know, it might be a case that it's a 2-striker formation that we need. This doesn't look good. Oh. Yeah, if we, maybe it'll be a case that if we can find some sort of a striking partnership, that might work better for us, because, you know, we've played with plenty of attacking players, but maybe a striking partnership is just what they need, because we got a couple of strikers that are good. Nord is a relatively good striker. Gosselink with a shot there, but doesn't trouble the goalkeeper. Yeah, I think the strikers we got at the moment are only okay for the level we're at. If anything, they might just be good level championship strikers. However, if I can put 2 of them in the squad as a 2-striker formation, and they can get some sort of good striking partnership going, then that might make them stronger. But at the moment, perhaps a solo striker for what I've got available to me is just not quite enough for us, and it might be starting to show now. We're entering well into the second half of the season, but I'm gonna persevere for the moment anyway. I don't want to knee-jerk react into changing something that has, by and large, worked well for us this season. So not much really going in this game so far. Like I said, Crystal Palace not going to be a walkover, and they've got to this point in the competition for a reason. Gosselink with a nice ball over the top for Maxwell, and Maxwell goes 1-0 to Farnborough. 15 minutes on the clock. That was a nice attacking move, fluid, and yeah, some good attacking movement there. Played out from the back, starting with Duarte, finds Tiernan, Herrera, Gosselink over the top for Maxwell, and he has a cool, calm finish to beat the stranded Crystal Palace goalkeeper. He came rushing out, but yeah, kind of put himself in no man's land to be able to do anything. So yeah, ended up being a bit stranded, but that is good and positive. We're 1-0 up. We are edging the game so far in shots and shots on target. So say it with a pinch of salt. That yeah, hopefully that might be showing that we've got enough in this game, and our recent run of form. Oh, what a fierce shot by Tiernan there, just rippling the top of the net. Yeah, hopefully that's something that's just showing me that the recent run of form is just a bad run of games, and not anything major to really be concerning myself with. But it's the league that's really going to tell us. Crystal Palace again, yeah, great, good championship side, and they're 8th in the championship, and we shouldn't take them lightly. However, in reality, we should be beating them. So, providing we get through this game, it's the league games that's really going to tell me whether I need to start doing something drastic or not. And we drive forwards again. Tin and Gosling, Maxwell again, but he can't get a shot on target that time. Again, good fluid attacking movement there between our players moving forwards, and yeah, some impressive stuff. Would be nice to have our actual striker. Oh, and that was a real close effort from the free kick with Crystal Palace there, and he cracks off of the woodwork. Warfield now trying to break down the right hand side. He beats the man, driving forwards into the box. Can he cross it? Can he find a Farnborough player? He finds Herrera. That is 2-0. That is what I wanted to see. One of our strikers getting in on the action and getting another goal. Yeah, that is good. I'm not starting to think or say that Herrera is a better striker than Nord, but Nord hasn't been consistent. Herrera, I've started to have the feeling that maybe he could be a better option for us, mainly because he's just got a little bit more pace. So when he finds himself in the right opportunity, then he's got a better chance of beating his defender with pace, or maybe just being able to move into a better position faster than Nord. Nord is better all round with some better general attacking attributes and aerial ability, though, like I said before, maybe in the last episode, I don't think I can remember him scoring with his head. Lots of headers, pretty much none on target. Anyway, that's us through to half-time, 2-0 up. Things are looking good so far. So, I'm going to tell lads I'm happy with the number of shots they've been having. And, yeah, we can get the second half underway. And, yeah, if we can get another goal, that would be nice. I'll probably look at making some early changes if we can get another goal. Everyone's happy. Nice green faces. They're enjoying their football right now. Does look like Crystal Palace might be trying to come back into the game. I'm just going to update the opposition instructions. Yeah, don't really want to give them space to get back into the game. But we got a majority of our players out in the field with an average rating or rating into the 7s, which is nice. And yeah, something's looked a bit different today in this game compared to what the last few games have. And that's Maxwell getting in on the score sheet again. Goal number 2 for Maxwell. And yeah, he's starting to look more like the player he should be. Might be offside. It was offside. However, that's still, he's getting more into games and becoming a bigger part in our attack. And the record signing should be more of a focal point in our play, in our attack. So yeah, it's good to see him getting in on the action a bit more. Yeah, what I'm saying, it's good to have quite a few players in the 7s, and yeah, the more the merrier. I am going to make changes now. We've only got 25 minutes of the game left, so I'm going to bring on Isidro for a little bit because Richie is tired. I've not really got any other options. Hopefully it doesn't backfire and we end up with a bad injury to Isidro. Right, who else? I think we'll take off the yellow cards as well. We don't want to go down to 10 men. Right, Sareva is the only person to come on for Tisserand. And I've got no one to come on for Nico. Alright. That's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, I might bring on Batelli. This is only a bit of a makeshift substitution. And I'll just swap Batelli with Alanis. Alanis has got a relatively decent cross on him. So hopefully he can just operate in that position. Good enough. Corner here, Gosling to take. Can't quite find a decent head. Oh, but nearly comes loose and drops in a very dangerous position there, but unfortunately we didn't have any Farnborough players to seize on that opportunity there, and Crystal Palace managed to get it away, but we're still 2 goals to the good. So I'm going to praise the lads. They're doing well. Hopefully that just perks them up a little bit and help them see out the last 15 minutes of this game. Make our final changes now as well. So I'm going to bring on Henry Hogan. I think we're going to bring on for Maxwell now. Give Maxwell a little rest. And Tony Salabray in for Tiernan, just to help see out the game in a more defensive manner. I think we've definitely shown a bit more teeth going forwards now in this game. Again, I only take it with a pinch of salt. Crystal Palace Championship side, so yeah, but it's good to see after the last few games. It's been difficult. So yeah, good to see them performing and get back to winning ways. But again, in reality, we should be getting a decent result against a team like Crystal Palace, even though things could potentially go south against that sort of team as well. So it's just good to see. Clock running down now, only a few minutes of extra time to go, and it looks like Crystal Palace just have no answers coming forwards, and that should be it. And we should be securing our place in the quarterfinals. Last chance there with the corner, finds ahead of Petrovic, but he can't get it on target. So it remains at 2-0. All right, well, that's a good result. I'm quite happy with that. Nice work, lads. Well done. We get our confirmation that we are through to the quarterfinals. All right, it is time for the FA Cup quarterfinal draw. So let's not skip it. Let's start the draw. Get the speed right up. Right, so big teams in there remaining. Burnley, the only smaller team, really. I mean, Tottenham are in there, but it's hard to call them small because, you know, they are leading the Premier League by some rate as well. So Arsenal face Man City, so that is one of the big dogs out, at least, right? Birmingham get Chelsea or Burnley. So the only, yeah, Reading would be nice. Tottenham, hopefully they get West Ham. Gonna get West Ham. Take West Ham. They get Farnborough. Okay. All right. So we get league leaders Tottenham, and we played them already this season. I'm not looking forward to having to play them again in the league. Now we get them in the FA Cup quarterfinals. They were the first team to really, really tear us apart and annihilate us in the league, comfortably beating us out 3-0, I think it was. So, yeah, it's not the best draw, but like I said, I would have liked to, at a minimum, get through to the quarterfinals. That is what we've done. All we can do is turn up and just try and get a decent result, performance against Tottenham in the quarterfinals, and that's the best I can hope for. So that is not far away. So we will be back. We will be back for our quarterfinal FA Cup game against Tottenham. I will play against Sunderland and Aston Villa in the league off camera, and I will see you for the next game. Okay, so some of our injury worries have gone away. We've still got plenty of players that aren't quite fit. And we got Aos, Yoshi, Tisserand, Kopic still isn't fully fit yet. Jordan Day isn't fully fit yet. Yeah, and we've got a whole host of players. One yellow card away from being banned. We've got a couple of players still out through suspension as well in the league. So Glenn Tiernan got a further 2-match ban for his suspension. So he's serving 3 matches altogether. He's got 1 more ban. And Tony Salabray got himself a red card as well. I think that was in the Sunderland game. Or it might have been the Villa game. I can't remember. One of the two. Anyway, yeah, so he got his red card. And yeah, they've not been behaving very well. Anyway, the team for today, it's going to be Goncalves in goal, Luis Duarte at right back, Batelli, Ritchie in central defence, Strauman at left back, Tony Salabri sitting just ahead of them. Nico Warfield on the right, Christian Sareva on the left, Maxwell and Hognan in the attacking midfield roles, and Valagra up front playing as a deep line forwards. We've got Munoz on the bench, Oyos, Yoshi, Tisserand, Isidro, Parker, Gosling, Tiernan, and Herrera. I've left out Nord. He's just been missing too many times recently. And I did warn him. I said before, if he doesn't start becoming a bit more consistent, then he's going to be at real risk of losing his place. Not that I've got a ready-made upgrade available, but it's worth putting someone else in more consistently to try and give them a better run in the team as well. And today we are starting with Valagra up front. So let's get that team plugged in. And everyone seems happy with that. And I'm not going into this expecting anything. We met Tottenham already in the league, and they give us a bloody good dressing down. So I'll try and tell them to keep this good run going. Why not? Let's be hopeful, shall we? We are away as well at Tottenham's Toilet Bowl Stadium. Okay. Let's see how it goes, because I don't know if they're necessarily playing their best 11. They're probably not. They are probably fully focused on chasing down their Premier League title. With only so many games left to go, their focus, like mine would be on that. FACup, as great as it is, it's not going to pay like a Premier League title is going to pay. So yeah, it's still going to be a horrendously strong side for us to deal with, and we've got a corner to deal with here, and they get a good header on it, but it's not on target, so we get away with that one. About 20 minutes gone now. We haven't been in the game at all. No shots, only 30% possession as well. We're being owned again, but we've kept them to only 4 shots and none on target so far. So yeah, I'm not going to say so far so good, but so far we're surviving, I hope. As I say that, we are having to chase down a Tottenham attack. Oh, and that was a decent headed chance there, and tried to go for the looping header, but I think Goncalves would have had that covered, but it's still not a shot on target for them at the moment. So half an hour gone as well. So a bit of a tetchy affair so far, and they're not running over us, considering we've only just got our first shot, which wasn't on target. They're not running over us so far, so anything can happen at this point. Valagra's taken a knock, and we'll see. I don't want to necessarily take him off. Sareva bursting into the box now, and he takes a long shot, and he can't get a shot on target, so that's a bit wasteful. It would have been nice maybe he could have taken that into the box a bit further. Maybe he could have tried to draw a foul. I would have taken a penalty any day of the week. But yeah, either trying to draw a foul, or we'll just carry it into the box a bit further and maybe try and square it for someone else coming into the box. Well, we're approaching half time now, and we've actually the only team with a shot on target now. So I say that, and Tottenham have got a free kick here. That was on target. Goncalves, I think he had it easily covered there. Would have been nice if he caught it, but he had to put it out for a corner instead. So we've got another corner to deal with before half time. They play it to the edge of the area, and we managed to cover that. Ooh, Tony Salabri with a good tackle there. Warfield, space to run into now. He's got pace. Can he find a good cross? He tries. There's not really a tall person for him to cross to, so he needed to find someone running in space, really. And now Tottenham are trying to break on us. Duarte steals that ball magnificently, plays it back to Goncalves, and it looks like we might. Yeah, we get through to half time. I'm going to take that as a positive, a real positive. This is Champions League. This is Premier League front runners against the real little boys of the Premier League. So yeah, I'm going to take that as a real positive so far. But I'm going to tell them we have to be better in front of goal. We were first team to get a shot on target, but we've had hardly any shots. And we start the second half as we left the first half, and it is Tottenham on the attack with a free kick just outside the area. Goncalves is there again to deny the Tottenham player. But again, it goes out for a corner. So this is starting to smell a bit like trouble. All this pressure. Something's gonna break at some point. Ideally, it would be nice if, while they're trying to put us under all this pressure, we could break on them and maybe surprise them a little bit on the counter. But yeah, that's kind of looking highly unlikely at the moment. We have, except for Henry Hogan. Has he taken a knock as well? Henry Hogan. I keep calling him the wrong name. He has taken a knock. Valagra's managed to shake his off. And yeah, Hognan's going to have to make way. All right, so I think Yoshi could be a good contender to come on back from injury. Hopefully he's got a point to prove and he wants his place back. I'm going to swap them around though, Maxwell and Yoshi. And I mean, to have a couple of 3.5-star attacking midfielders is nice. Right, I won't make any other changes for the moment. Let's get him on the field and see if Yoshi can make a bit of a difference here. All right, Goncalves, big kick upfield, trying to find a big man, but we don't have one up front. So, but we do manage to get the ball. Maxwell now in the middle with Valagra. Yoshi is offside. Okay, yeah, I kind of thought he'd gone a bit early. I was expecting Valagra actually to turn and perhaps make the shot, because he's quite capable of scoring from even outside there. Yeah, it would have been nice if he just took the touch and took the shot perhaps. But yeah, picked the pass and Yoshi had just gone that little bit too early. But that's showing that he has got a danger up front for us as well. So yeah, a little bit positive. We are still so far out of the game, possession-wise and shots-wise. But as long as it sticks at 0-0, touch wood, you know, it's quite positive. And we steal the ball from Tottenham there. Duarte on the right-hand side plays it back for Batelli, back to Duarte, finds Yoshi. Yoshi tries to play through Warfield, but that pass is snuffed out by Tottenham. All right, and they play out from the back. Are they going to get the break, or are we going to manage to steal the ball? Duarte gets the ball. Can we play it up there and now? Salaberry tries to find Sareva. Oh, yeah, it's a bit of a... It sold him short there. But he did try and get it. Now it's Tottenham. Oh, they're always capable of doing that, unfortunately. Yeah, and in a literal flash, we had from having the potential to attack up there, and they were in space on the edge of the area, and a good low drive across the goal beats Goncalves. All right, well, all right, I'll stick to the same tune. It's only 1-0. All we need is one goal to draw level. All right, let's bring on some fresh legs and see if we can make any difference here. Right, Herrera with a bit more pace up front. I'm actually gonna... I think I might actually, if I swap Maxwell, Herrera, and then swap Valagra and Herrera, and change Herrera to an advanced forward as well. Raver's having a pretty poor game for us, but he's the sort of player I still want to have on the pitch because he can change the game in an instant. Yeah, so I don't want to give up on him yet, and I'm not sure I'll make any other changes as well. Strauman for Isidro maybe. That's it. Go and make a difference. Right, corner. Comes in, but we can't make the most of that. Valagra finds the cross, trying to find Maxwell. Can't find him, but comes out to Strauman. Strauman Can he get in an area to cross? He can. Can he find anyone? No. But we stay on the attack. A little bit of pressure on Tottenham with 20 minutes of this game to go. 20 minutes to save our quarter-final. I'm just going to give him a bit of encouragement. And yeah, I'm going to have to look at making some final changes here. Villagra is well tired now. I'm going to bring on Gosselink, Tisrand for Sareva then. In fact, Warfield's having an even worse game. So AO's comes on for Warfield. And let's just get them on the pitch and see if we can do anything now. Let's just ask them to be a little bit more direct. Just get it up there. I'm going to say work it into the box as well. And yeah, try and just be a bit more disciplined. So they don't leave themselves too open at the back. Right, just over 10 minutes to go now in our quarter-final. Can we find anything? We've had a few more shots now, but I might as well tell them to just be a bit more attacking as well. And maybe just fire them up a little bit. See if we can just get anything more out of them in the dire moments of this game. But as I said, Tottenham are winning the ball back in our half. And passing in space. Good attempt, but it just goes over, rippling the roof of the net. All right, 5 minutes to go. If we're going to do anything, we need to do it now in the closing minutes of the game. But, I mean, judging by the pattern of the game, it's probably going to be a little bit late to get into the game. Still only need one game. Right, a few minutes left to go. I don't think we're going to get anything. It's looking highly unlikely now. I should know not to press the attacking, change to an attacking stance. When you're trying to chase the game and you suddenly change to attacking, it's like the game suddenly decides, no, that wasn't the right thing to do. I'm going to show you absolutely no highlights. And this is going to be a suffocate second. Oh, is that a good save by Goncalves? I think it was. He's so good at those reaction saves, Goncalves. But with 30 seconds of the game to go and it's a Tottenham corner, I think that is pretty much the writing on the wall. And no more than I expected, really. But we came away and we've only gone out 1-0 in the quarterfinals against the Premier League leaders. So I think we could, no need to hang our heads. I think we've done a good job. And we gave them somewhat of a game. Not an epic game by any means, but we came, we turned up, and we didn't get trashed. So, yeah, you did make yourself proud today. You did yourselves proud, and you can all be happy with that. We are out of the FA Cup. We made it through to the quarterfinals. That is still a good achievement in my books. A little bit disappointing, but now we've got the league to concentrate on. We are currently sitting in fifth in the league. There's 8 games to go. Dare I start to dream that we could potentially finish in a European place? I mean, we're there for a reason. It does panic me a little bit to think that I would have to have a European ready squad for next season without the finances to really do it. But, I mean, I'm not going to take my foot off the gas. I will put out the best teams I think for each and every game, and we will see where we end up. So with only 8 games of the season left to go, I think we will return for the last 2 games of the season against Chelsea and Everton. Will we be playing for European football? Let me know if you think we are in contentions for a European place. We've got games against Derby, who are bottom, Brentford, who are 14th, Bournemouth, who are 16th, Wolves, who are 18th, United, who we've beaten already this season. We got Tottenham again, and then Chelsea, who are doing well. They're in 6th, and Everton, who are 8th. And we actually beaten them as well this season. So there are definite points up for grabs in our last 8 games. Is it enough to keep us up there? I don't know, but we will find out. I'll return for the last 2 games of the season. I hope to see you there. As usual, if you liked that today, please leave us a like, leave us a comment in the comments below. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And as for now, I hope you have a brilliant rest of your day, and I'll see you again in the next one. See ya.